the Robbins family, we have a dedicated packing room in our house. I guess that's an advantage of not having kids or regular guests. We can keep all of our stuff. I know it looks like a mess, but we can keep all of our stuff for specialized trips out so we can grab it when we need it. Our next upcoming trip is our annual June trip to Lake El Salto at Anglers Inn. And you might be wondering why I have this big Yeti Crossroads bulletproof bag here, because one of the advantages of going to Anglers Inn is that you don't need much clothing. They do your laundry every day. In fact, this is all the clothing that I'm bringing. So why do I have this big bag? It's not to bring the dog along. It's because there are certain things that you probably should not put in your carry-on bag. Things like fishing line, or zip ties, or lures or hooks, things like that. So I have this big bag. It's not going to be all clothing, but I want to go through the clothing that I'm bringing. It might help inform you for your next trip to Lake El Salto or Lake Picachos. The first thing that I recommend you bring is a rain jacket. Now I know this is the end of the dry season down there, the beginning of the rainy season. We rarely have rain in June, but you should bring something on every trip because you never know when it's going to rain or when you need to use it as a pillow. I have this Free Fly super lightweight jacket, packs up tight, seams are sealed. It's pretty much waterproof. In fact, it is waterproof. I've been in an absolute downpour in it. You don't need your big set of bibs. Bring a light jacket and you'll be fine. When it comes to shirts, I try to bring some button-down shirts first because there are days when I want to fish in them, and there are also days when I think they just look better for pictures. This is an AFTCO shirt that we've had embroidered with the Half Past First Cast logo, so our guests can recognize us in the airport, people who are there for the first time with us. And this is a fantastic shirt from AFTCO. It washes well, it gets stains out well, and I just think it's a good color. It's not a color I would normally wear, which is why I have the same shirt in blue. In fact, I have it blue long sleeve and blue short sleeve with the logo again. Just a really comfortable shirt, looks good after washings, holds up to the sun, and it's durable because I'm rough on my clothing. The third AFTCO shirt I have is their Rangle. It's a slightly different material, not as glossy, so to speak. I like the navy blue color, goes with a lot of things. Adds a pop of color in your pictures when you're down there with your big fish, hopefully. And it has long sleeves to protect you from the sun. Now there are also going to be some days when you don't want to wear a button-down shirt. I have trouble with hoodies, sun hoodies. There are very few that I like. Either the arms pull funny or the hood dangles in a weird way, but there are several that I like. This one is from Backcountry. I got it just before our recent trip to Panama. This one I felt fit me very well. You can see it still has a little bit of tuna blood on it. But other than that, it's in good shape. I suppose we need to give it a good washing. I really like the way this one held up in the sun. It was comfortable to fish in all day in really hot and humid conditions. Another one that I really like that also went on the Panama trip, you can see I have 20 button-down shirts. I have 20 hoodies. I wear the same ones over and over again. Once I find one I like, I consistently wear it. This one's from Free Fly. It's their Barrier Islands camo. You can actually see the Barrier Islands of South Carolina on it. It's made out of bamboo. Super comfortable to fish in all day, protect you from the sun. Not bringing any long pants on the trip. I know some of you who are more concerned about sun than I am probably would be aghast at that, but I'm going to bring all shorts on this trip. The first pair are these AFTCO khaki deckhand shorts. Lots of pockets. You can throw Senkos in it. You can throw a line cutter in it. Comfortable to fish in all day, and they're khaki, so they go with just about everything. Also going to bring these Columbia PFG shorts. They're black. Again, go with a lot of things. They also have a stretchy waistband, so after you eat too many burritos, too many tacos, drink too many cervezas, they'll still fit. And finally, I know Hannah was a little surprised at this, but these Free Fly shorts, again made of bamboo, super comfortable, go with everything. I've been wearing them around the house constantly lately. I'm sorry I didn't pick them up earlier. I have them both with a lining and with no lining. These are the no lining ones. Should be great in Mexico when it gets real hot. And obviously there's skivvies. My favorite skivvies of all time, the AFTCOs. Also have the AFTCO, these are the boxers as opposed to the boxer briefs for times when you want a little more aeration. And two pairs from Free Fly. Both made of bamboo, both have a lot of support, super comfortable, antimicrobial. Obviously you have to have hats down there. Have an Anglers Inn hat. I have my all-time lucky half past first cast tuna hat. And finally, I've worn out 2 of these black and gray half past first cast hats, so Hannah gifted me with a new one. The final thing you need to think about when it comes to clothing is footwear. And I'm in kind of a quandary here. I always bring these Sim slides, super comfortable. I can't wear flip-flops at this point in my life. It's just too hard on my feet, too hard on my back. So I bring these Sim slides. They've probably been to El Salto with me maybe 12, 15 times. Still going strong, still have a lot of grip on the bottom. Then the question is, what do I wear for my second pair of shoes? And I'm kind of in a quandary here. I got these Lusso Clouds last year. Super comfortable, water resistant, waterproof. Obviously you can rinse them off. They're basically like glorified Crocs. They're also grippy on the bottom. I wore them in Panama this year as well. They do leave a funny tan on your foot. Trying to decide whether these should be my second pair of shoes or whether I should bring these On Cloud running shoes. I've recently switched over. I now have 3 pairs of On Clouds. A lot of support all day. The boats that anglers in are made for 2 anglers to stand up front, but you are standing on a hard surface. And again, my feet and my back tend to hurt after a day. So I'm thinking I may go with these. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about my choices. Let me know what you would think or what you would bring on a trip to Lake El Salto. More importantly, if you want to go yourself, we can make clothing recommendations. Email Hannah at fishmore@halfpastfirstcast.com and we'll get you down there.